Who are we?
Nobodies!
Speak for yourself.
Okay. We're Canadian filmmakers with the dream of surviving financially on the backs of our films.
Welcome to our show where we bring people along on our film journey.
Maybe we can learn a thing or two.
Maybe we can teach people a thing or two while drinking beers.
I mean, if you can't drink beers while filmmaking, what's the point?
We are Fable Forest Films, failing our way to success.
Welcome to Jurassic Park. I mean, our show. First frames first.
All right, Home Slice. We are rolling. What the shit is that?
My name's on top? Is that
Your name is in. Your name is by the director. The director thing. I kind of bitch, eh? No, it's fine.
There's no producer section on here.
Yeah, you should
What's
put your name
I
by
have
the
a question.
date.
I have a question. Okay, hold on. No, because you know what this is for?
Oh god.
That's gonna help me.
Is it?
Yeah, I think so. It's gonna what I'm gonna see is one huge spike. Right? In the audio?
Yes, you're so sweet. You see, the thing is, Jay doesn't normally do the technical stuff, so
I'm starting to do it now.
so he's starting to do some
It's
technical
really
stuff.
pissing me off when I can't line things up. I thought, well, I could clap. That would be also appropriate.
Or you could just use
Then
it.
I have this thing here. He got really upset that for First Frames First, episode 27, that I put my name on the director portion, and then his name is on the camera portion. Welcome to First Frames First, episode 27.
My name is Adrian.
I'm
Constant.
your host, Jason Green.
I am your host, Adrian Constant. This guy's a jackass.
How's it going?
My coffee's cold.
Is it still cold? Just drink.
It's fine.
Just drink your coffee.
So,
It took us a while to get going there, guys.
Yeah.
But
let's talk about having a sluggish day. Son of a bitch.
yeah,
Man,
it's been rough.
Yeah, it's exhausting. I feel like I've been put through the ringer.
Well, let's get talking about what we're going to talk about today
Okay.
on our show.
So, we are going to attempt,
Oscars are coming up.
like a son of a bitch, to keep the show within an hour.
Oh yeah. Wait,
Start that timer.
I'm going to start the timer.
So we've broken up the show into segments, and this is kind of the way we're going to run things from now on.
You
Attempt to?
You remember one of our goals for this year was to keep this show very close to an hour. So we're gonna this is our first episode after goals episode for 2018, or the end of our fiscal 2018, and now we're gonna start to keep it to an hour if we can.
Yeah, we're going to try.
I should start this timer.
Start the
Hold on.
timer. So we're going to talk about, in this episode, we're going to talk about the current projects that we're working on right now. We're going to talk about Winter Wonderland, because when this podcast comes out, we're going to be shooting tomorrow.
No, on the weekend.
We're going to start shooting on the weekend. So, I mean, we're staring down the barrel of the gun at this one, and we are nervous. We're absolutely not ready at this present point in time.
It's gonna be fun. It's gonna be amazing.
Yeah, we're going to go for it. And then we're going to talk about our Oscar picks.
Yeah, I've seen a few of the movies.
Good.
Do you remember our Oscar show last year?
No. Did we have an Oscar show?
Yeah, we did.
We were doing the podcast a year ago.
Yeah, I think our first podcast ever was around March of 2017.
Wow.
So we've been doing the show a year, and
That's awesome.
the last year when we did the show, we had not seen any of the Oscar films, if you remember. And we were like, let's look at I don't know, I haven't seen any of these movies. So
Yeah.
this year we've seen a couple of them. At least I have. You haven't.
It's going to be great. I have also seen so much Oscar movie that it's amazing.
Maybe one. We're going to do Oscar trivia.
Yes, we have a whole bunch of Oscar trivia
We're going
questions.
to do that quickly.
And then we are also going to do a section which Jay does, and I don't understand at all. And I've asked him frequently as we were setting up, like, what is this section?
Basically, what we're going to do today is we're going to talk about...
Why don't you tell us what we're going to do in this section?
We're going to talk about music videos. But not just any music video. We're going to talk about viral music videos that you found on YouTube, which you have then fallen in love with the song for, and you would absolutely play it in your playlist when you're at the gym.
Okay.
Okay.
Amazing.
All right. So that's what we're going to talk about today. Look at this. We're already on track. That's a good point. I started the timer late.
Yes,
Started the timer late, but
yeah.
we introed the show in a couple minutes.
Yep.
It doesn't even feel like we're rambling at all.
We are professionals.
So let's carry on.
Fucking A. So, talking about Winter Wonderland, should I? Yeah, we should. Yes. Is one of our goals to not swear as much?
Probably not.
Okay. So, Winter Wonderland.
Should it be? I don't know. Probably not.
Tweet at us and let us know if it offends you.
Here's the thing. What is the point? We didn't talk about this on our goal show, but what is the point in trying to swear not at all on the show? Because here's what's going to happen. If you all of a sudden say, we're a super clean show, we don't swear, it's never going to happen. So I say, why quit doing something that you're good at?
Fucking A. Okay, sweet. So, Winter Wonderland right now. Now, are we talking about where we are right now?
No, we're talking about where we're going to be. You think?
It's difficult to say because there's a mountain.
There's a mountain to climb over?
Yeah.
Let's talk about where we are.
Yeah.
Let's talk about where we're at.
So one of the primary concerns that I have is we have the basic story blocks. So we are making this movie and we do not have a finished script. We have the basic story structure down.
Yeah.
We know where the actors are going to be and what the characters are going to be doing and the direction that each actor is going to be moving in for the scene. But the thing that's giving me the sweats late at night is really finding the nuance in each scene. Like you don't like what we have right now are the mechanics.
Right.
We have kind of the skeleton, but we need the meat.
So
right?
I think the exciting thing for me is and just people have, if you've been watching the show all along, you know what Winter Wonderland's about. But if you're just tuning in, which could be possible, Winter Wonderland is a show about, or a movie rather, about a group of individuals locked in a house where there are monsters outside, forcing them to stay indoors, and they find out that there's a killer inside the house as well. One of their group is murdering the others, and it's a little bit of a murder mystery.
Not a nice man.
No.
Or woman.
Who knows? So the cool thing where we're at today is we've actually... Here's what we're going to do. We're going to tell you exactly who the killer is. We're going to lay the entire murder mystery out because
Nobody is listening.
Somebody's listening.
Yeah.
Okay. What has been pretty exciting? We went through the entire. We haven't talked to you guys about this, but we went through the entire casting process for all of our lead characters.
That's right.
And when do we need to wrap up this part? 10 minutes? Oh man, that's 0 to 5. We're still rolling. We haven't even got to the section that we need to.
Yeah.
We're keeping it under an hour, folks.
Do you know what? We can ebb and flow like the ocean, my man. Yeah. We don't need to be like ba-boom.
I was just wondering.
Yeah.
I was just curious how we're doing.
Yeah, we're doing great.
So, the casting process was pretty hectic. I'm very happy with all the leads that we have. This is going to be pretty great. We've got some really great actors coming from Toronto. We've got some great local actors. I think in the next... We probably have begun, when you guys watch this episode, if you're on our Facebook at the Fable Forest, you've probably seen we've started to do actor profiles for all the lead characters. Started to let you know who's doing our sound and who's doing our videography and all, or cinematography rather. Kind of all the key players. We'd like to lay everybody out on Facebook so that their friends will see that they're doing something with us and come follow along, right?
Follow the journey.
Continue building the brand and
the experience.
And the experience.
Yeah.
Having people follow along.
Now, Mandy, so anyone that's in the film industry and has ever cast for a film has likely used Mandy.
Mandy.com.
Mandy.com. And it's an amazing resource where all the actors who are looking for roles have their eyes locked onto Mandy and are looking, right?
Yeah, probably like within a certain range of actor, right?
Yes, certainly certainly the higher up people who have agents, like even people with agents are on Mandy, but like people who have kind of the
When you're
career
Johnny
solidified.
Depp,
Yes,
then it is time for you to
stop
remove
looking
your
at
Mandy
Mandy.
account.
Yeah.
You're probably fine. You probably have people that come to you with millions of dollars,
Yeah,
Mr. Depp.
but the response that you get when you put out a casting call on Mandy is amazing.
Yeah.
Like we had hundreds of emails from people
So
looking to cast, looking to send us an audition tape.
yeah, we did two things. We put the ad on Mandy, and we laid out each of our 10 characters. We also put a section up on our own website with like a little form that people could fill out. So we actually, I would say that we had about maybe 20%. 20% maybe came through the website, and 80% through Mandy. I think we did 150 plus looks. Actually, maybe closer to 200. You're right. By the time it was done.
And how many tapes did we get? Like how many audition pieces?
So it was very difficult. And if you guys were part of the process and you're paying attention, so the first thing that we did was we kind of did a quick run through of each person, right? We looked at everybody's experience quickly. We looked at your demo reels, if you had one, some of your photos, kind of where you are and what experience that we've had. And we kind of whittled everybody down to like buckets of people that we kind of liked for each character. And then we decided we wanted to be able to not just see what the person could do in their own demo reel, but maybe see what they could do with a piece of our work.
Yep.
So Adrian wrote a scene, just a basic scene, really awesome for each character, even though we're probably not going to use some of these scenes for these characters. Anyways, so basically he did the work for nothing. But we needed to see what these people could do. And so I took each of the scenes and I wrote back to each person that we wanted to see an audition tape for. And yeah, I think we looked at maybe 50.
Yeah. Which is amazing.
Do you think?
Yeah.
Maybe a little bit less. Maybe 40 or 50. I think for each character, we definitely were looking at 4 to 10 people.
Yeah. Now I mean, for an indie film, that's amazing.
Yeah.
That's wonderful.
So we took a quick look at everybody's demos, and we fell in love with some people. Some of the demo tapes, and I think in the future, probably going to show the demo tapes for the people.
Hopefully, yeah, like one in particular that I would love to just.
Yeah. I mean, one demo tape.
That rocked.
I thought I was gonna cry. I didn't even want to watch it the second time. It was so emotional.
That was good.
I was a baby. Can we just say? No, we shouldn't say. Okay, we're gonna show these later on. But yeah, so then you go through the difficult process of letting all the other guys know that this particular role wasn't for them. You kind of try to thank everyone for taking their time and submitting everything. And I don't know, it was hard because first of all, it was a lot of emails. It was also difficult to turn people down. There is an element of, I wish that there was a role for everybody. I wish there was a spot for...
And a lot of the times it's not about... whether the person is a good or a bad actor.
Right.
But just this person, the acting might be the same, but this particular person has the look that we want.
Something a little bit...
Yeah, it's like, yeah, this is the guy. This is what we had in our heads. There he is there, standing in front of us on the screen, right? So sometimes it's not about the acting.
I'll give you one example. We watched one video where it was for the role of Jimmy. And the guy's sitting at a table. And Jimmy's kind of like an old, crusty, gruff guy. And this guy is like picking his thumb with a sharp kitchen butcher knife. And he's like, blah, 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 blah. And he's doing his thing. And we're like, this is great. This guy's knifing himself. He is amazing. And he was awesome. And, as you're going through the other audition tapes, we ended up finding a person who we thought would fit the role even better. And so, you fall in love with different people, but ultimately at the end of the day, you do have to choose one person for each role.
Yep.
And so anyways, I was just going to say that I felt like I was maybe wasting some of my time. Some people had said, you don't have to email everyone. When
you were really good with that.
Yeah,
Like,
I
getting back
pinged
to
I pinged
people.
everybody and let them know if they didn't make it or not. And
Yeah.
even some of the people that didn't make it did ping me back, and they were like, "Oh man, nobody ever reaches out. They just, if you don't get it, you never hear back. And thank you
Yeah.
very much, and we hope to work with you in the future." And blah blah blah. So, I don't know. Hopefully, being nice to people.
So just before we finish this section,
Yeah.
I'd just like to say the next part of it, the next thing that we're looking at, which is also giving me heart palpitations, is that we don't have all the money for the movie yet.
Yes.
So we are desperately, and this falls on my responsibility, as I'm trying to put the pitch package together, because we decided that we were going to shoot a movie.
Yes.
We could have postponed, and we looked into our sales, we looked at each other, and we decided, let's just shoot this movie because we need to shoot a movie, otherwise
There was a
we're
moment.
going to get mad.
There was a moment about a month ago where, because the movie's called Winter Wonderland, and
2 weeks ago.
well, I know, but I'm
You're
able
right.
to.
You're able to.
I'm able to remember when we're posting
to
the
know
show.
that this is going to be posted
2 actual weeks ago.
a month when
But a month
when
from when
you're
it-
listening to this.
Right.
God.
Anyways, he's gonna
I
get better
quit.
at this. It's fine. There was a moment where there was no snow on the ground, and we're struggling with things, and we're moving things along as quickly as we can, because if you guys remember, we've talked about Winter Wonderland on this show since we thought it up, right? And the original idea was, who gives a shit? We're gonna film an entire movie in a
house.
in a weekend in a house, and for no money, and we're gonna just bring a bunch of friends together, and it's gonna be. But the thing is, this movie has grown. It has a pretty intricate script, lots of great characters. It's gonna be exciting. Monsters. It's gonna be hectic.
So it turned into
it's
something.
turned into a thing.
Yeah, it's turned into something far more significant than what we originally anticipated.
Yeah.
So anyway, I just getting that pitch package out so that we can get that into the world, because we have some people that we can potentially speak to and say, hey, can you give us a couple of bucks?
Yep.
And then we become partners in this creative endeavor.
Yeah, and I think the one thing that's going to help us is that some of our collaborators. Now, the good thing is we have dollars to pay some folks, right?
Yeah.
Some of the actors and food and all that kind of stuff that
Yeah.
that you need to
Look, we're
out of pocket for.
Yeah, and we're covered for the, let's say, the production expense of the film, but the place where the additional expenses come in, we are definitely gonna have some 3D work that we need to have done,
More special effects.
more special effects and things like that we can raise after the movie is done. But while we have the momentum of the whole movie moving forward, it'll be good to get the pitch package out as soon as possible.
Sorry, I gotta stop shaking. But the one great thing is that we do have some collaborators who are willing to not take the money up front,
Yes.
right, and do deferred payment. So, can we talk about what we're paying people? Should we talk about any of that kind of stuff?
Sure.
Or-
I don't see why
So,
not.
we're trying to keep the cost as low as possible. You guys know that the last 2 movies that we've made have cost about $10,000 all in, so all the way from production through post and through distribution and all that kind of stuff.
No one's really getting paid.
No, and we have not recuperated the money for those, and there is hope, right, that we're building a library and building things. So this is why, as we've talked about before, we're trying to do a genre movie, trying to do a horror movie, have a lot of fun with it, and see what we can do. So this time we are paying our actors minimum wage.
Yep.
In Ontario,
Which is $14
$14 an hour.
$14 an hour.
So we will pay people as independent contractors, so that they're on the hook for their own taxes and things like that. I mean, it is a thing, right?
Yeah.
Rather than taking money off their paychecks for all Canada pension plans and all those things like that, we'll draw up contracts so that they're their own contractors, and that's a pretty common thing.
Yep, absolutely.
So we do have the dollars for that, but what we're also going to allow is some of the actors are willing to defer their payment till later, so they can get a little bit of a bump and kind of become. It's almost like
They become a partner.
it's almost like becoming an investor, right?
Yeah.
You take the money that
Well, you are absolutely becoming. So yes, you're absolutely becoming investor in the film, and the deal that we make is that the investors or anyone that puts money into the film, including the actors who are saying take my salary and I'm putting it back into the film, they get first out.
Correct.
At 120%.
That's right.
So say for instance someone was going to make $1,000 on the movie, the first profit to come out of the movie goes straight to the investor's pocket, and they would make 1,200.
Correct.
So now,
once the investors are paid off,
the thing is that there's no guarantee in that, right? And that's something that people do have to understand. So we are presenting this to people, but because there is no guarantee, we're expecting only people who don't need the money, like people who are going to take a week off work, who are going to help us make this movie, and those kind of people who are like, yeah, well, look, I don't need the $1,000, so you guys can throw it in the movie, and maybe the movie does, okay, and then they might see their $1,200, and then after that, they also own shares in the film, in perpetuity for the lifetime of the film.
Right. So the idea, I think, is that after the investors are paid out, and everything is clear, then any profits split between the film company and the investor pool, and so everybody splits after that. So I mean, you're right. It's a gamble, and I think at the beginning, it's a good model, right? Even as you grow.
Yeah.
But at the beginning, you're really getting people who believe in you. Who want to see you succeed and things like that. So especially the folks that are, because we have some of these, let's say angel investors as well, who are willing to give money as well, right? So when they give you $5,000 to help pay for whatever VFX shots and things like that, then they're taking a risk as well. But they believe in the project. They believe that they're going to see a return.
So just something that I wanted to mention, an idea that came to me today. I thought when we raise money for the 3D effects, we could cut sort of a good trailer together, and we should throw that on Kickstarter or Indiegogo, and we should try and push to get some money through that.
Yep. Yeah, we can do that for sure.
Yeah, and
that would be our first kick at the Kickstarter, or
right.
Indiegogo rather. I think is probably the one.
Kickstarter, you got to hit your goal. Indiegogo, they give you.
But is Kickstarter for movies?
They both do films.
Do they? Okay.
Yeah.
So, I think that we should at some point do an Indiegogo.
Yeah.
Just even if it's for the next short that we do, because I think a lot of people think about doing the Indiegogo. So it might be nice if we ran through it and let people know what's difficult about it. I think what's great about it.
Understand the process. People have talked about the month that you are going is hard work.
No doubt.
You have a plan in place. You don't just start your Indiegogo and then leave it there. You actually have to work at it. Here are the 30 days, and here are the things every day that we're going to be doing.
And not only that, you probably start telling your social media almost like 2 weeks, 3 weeks, a month in advance too. Guys, next month is the launch of our Indiegogo. Get ready with your wallets. We're going to have guys, super cool...
Give us dollars for Postman.
Buttons and whatever. Oh, for Postman, yeah.
No.
Yeah. So,
okay. Moving on to the next section.
Are we done with Winter Wonderland?
Yeah, I think so. Look, we spoke about the casting process. We spoke that we do not have a script. We do not have a pitch package, and we're in panic mode.
I'm not in as much of a panic mode. I think not with the script, because I think what I am happy about. I'm more freaking out about all of the logistics. But I think we've got a great cast. When we actually put out the calls for casting, we were looking for people that were excited about an improv project that wasn't fully plotted out. By the time you guys see this video, we will have already had the whole cast get together on a weekend and kind of walk through some of the stuff and meet each other and start playing around some improv games and stuff like that. I think we're going to be in a good place. And I think that the script as plotted out as it is we're going to be able to take each scene and say, here's what we want to see from you in this scene. Here's what we're going to do in this scene. I think we got tweaks to do and things to make it better, but we have a thing. I want to know who's going to bring the coffee every morning. That's what I'm most concerned about.
All right, Oscar picks.
Okay,
Moving on.
all right. First of all, before we yeah,
We're just gonna do the top, right? We're just gonna do the top dogs. Best movie, best director,
Best-
actor,
here's what we're gonna do.
actress.
we're going to do best picture, best actress and actor. Do you want to do no, we're not going to do best writing, adapted screenplay, or are we?
No, I
How about best,
haven't looked at them yet.
Best supporting actor and
Yeah,
actress?
sure.
Best director. Okay, best song, score. You want score?
No, I think we're good. Just the top dogs.
Hold on. Now, let me just say that. Did we talk about Loving Vincent
No,
on another show? We didn't.
no.
I hope. I'm just gonna call. It's not gonna win, but best animated feature film.
Oh.
Here are the nominees for best animated feature film. Number 1, Loving Vincent. Number 2, Ferdinand, the bull movie.
Yeah.
Do you take your
Not yet.
oldest to
Not
movies?
yet. No.
But she's probably ready, or no?
I think we're still a
How old is
little
she
bit
now?
early. She's 2.
2? Okay, maybe too early. The Boss Baby,
Yeah.
The Breadwinner. I don't know what that is, and Coco.
Yeah.
It's like the Mexican
Yeah.
Day of the Dead movie.
Music,
So
yeah.
Loving Vincent, though, I loved that movie. I watched it on the plane when I was coming home from Mexico, and the entire movie is painted. Every frame is a painting.
That's right. You mentioned that.
Did we talk about it on the show?
Yeah.
Probably.
No, I don't think so.
It was awesome.
Yeah.
It had real actors. I think they filmed the entire movie, and then they replaced they painted what the actors did.
Yeah.
It was wild. If you can check it out, Loving Vincent. It was basically the story about the circumstances around Vincent van Gogh's death. And if you don't really know much about Vincent van Gogh, it was a really cool movie to watch.
But you said that the movie started after he cut his ear off. So
you
don't
see the ear cut thing right at the very beginning.
Okay, so that's like the beginning. Well, we come in there.
Yeah. Wow. You kind of come in. He's dead. The story is that he used to write letters upon letters to his brother, and the story is about a postman who, when a building falls down or whatever, he finds the last letter that never got sent or whatever, and he's too old, and he wants his son to take a trip like across the country by train to deliver this letter to Vincent van Gogh's brother. And when he gets there, he finds out the brother is also dead, and so he just kind of goes on this journey talking to the people that knew the story about Vincent van Gogh, the doctors, the place where he stayed, all this different stuff.
Very cool.
And he tries to unravel what happened at his death. And it not only is the movie great, and sometimes you start to forget that it's an animated film.
Yeah.
But also, if you stop for a second and remember that it's an animated film and start watching the paintings, it is awesome.
Gorgeous.
Yeah. So
Amazing.
I hope that it wins. I hope if Loving Vincent, I'm gonna make that my Oscar pick for best animated feature film. If Loving Vincent doesn't beat The Boss Baby,
What world are we living in?
I don't know.
Is that what you're saying?
kinda, I don't know what to say.
Yeah.
Now Coco, I don't know. I haven't seen Coco or The Breadwinner, but the Bull movie or The Boss Baby. I mean, come on.
I'm gonna pick Coco.
Okay, you're gonna pick Coco. Okay, that's good.
I have nothing to say about it as I haven't seen it. But just talking about
Are you gonna write down our picks here?
things that talking about films where people paint onto or make paintings afterwards.
Yeah.
It wasn't the Richard Linklater movie Scanner Darkly.
No, Scanner Darkly. I actually have it right over there, but Scanner Darkly actually is all rotoscoped.
Okay.
That's the difference there.
Not actually painted.
It's not painted.
Like they didn't actually paint onto the frame.
No.
They
in Loving Vincent?
they filmed them, and then each frame they created a painting.
That's correct. And it was like 120 painters that made... And not only that, they also incorporated however many of Vincent van Gogh's paintings into the movie. So like some of the like landscapes and stuff that he painted, you would see the guy like walking down that landscape, and you would see it just for a moment, and then it would change and whatever and whatever. So,
if you took mushrooms or acid and went to go watch this, you would.
So best sound editing, we're gonna leave.
Mind.
We're not gonna do that one. Best makeup, we're not gonna do.
Okay, so I said Coco, and you said Loving Vincent.
Yeah, and that's best animated feature. Best production design, we're not gonna do.
Okay. Let's go to supporting.
Do you want to do best film editing or no?
No.
Okay. Although I will say, can I just say that best film editing is up. Baby Driver is in there. Oh. And I love Baby Driver. I don't know if it's going to win an Oscar for best picture. Probably not. Best visual effects. Best cinematography. Best original screenplay. You want to hear those for this year? So best original screenplay. The Shape of Water.
Yeah.
3 Billboards Outside of Ebbing, Missouri.
Yeah.
Get Out. The Big Sick. And Lady Bird.
Shape of Water is going to take it all.
You think that Shape of Water will win best screenplay?
Mm-hmm.
I'm going to say... Get Out for best screenplay.
Why do they call Get Out a
comedy?
A horror comedy? Is it just because of that one guy who's kind of funny? His best friend that he phones.
I think
that's the only comedy in the whole thing is that guy.
Yeah, and I think that there's some moments that are awkwardly funny. Mm-hmm. Like, do you remember Karate Guy? The guy was a super karate guy. It was a little intense and weird. I think it's more like a tense comedy. Like, it's kind of odd, right?
Yeah.
It's not scary necessarily. And then you add the comic relief on with that guy.
Yeah. Okay.
I'm gonna say Get Out.
Okay. Cool.
Okay.
Next, moving on.
Best score. Blah blah blah. It's foreign language film. Okay, here we go. Best supporting. Let's do best supporting actor first.
Okay.
Best supporting actor. We have Sam Rockwell for 3 Billboards. Woody Harrelson.
Him.
You're just choosing right now?
Yep.
Okay. Woody Harrelson for 3 Billboards. Christopher Plummer for All the Money in the World. Willem Dafoe for The Florida Project. And Richard Jenkins for The Shape of Water. Wow.
Take your time, Jay.
I'm going to say...
You're going to be wrong.
I'm going to say they're going to give this one to Christopher Plummer. Because he only had 5 minutes to replace Kevin Spacey in all of Kevin Spacey's stuff. So I think that's gonna win him.
Okay, supporting actress.
Supporting actress. Leslie Manville for Phantom Thread. Allison Janney for I, Tonya. Laurie Metcalf for Lady Bird. Mary J. Blige for Mudbound. And Octavia Spencer for The Shape of Water. I'm going to say Allison Janney for I, Tonya. It's me.
So you, Allison Janney?
Yeah.
Allison Janney. Oopsie. Oh. Loving Vincent. So switch these. Sorry, I'm writing things in the wrong place here.
It's okay, hurry up.
I'm going to say Mary J. Blige?
Yeah, for
was in Mudbound?
Yeah.
She was the mom?
I didn't see that movie.
I'm going to take her.
Okay. Right on.
Mudbound is... that is a very intense film.
Whew. You saw it?
Yeah. Whew. It's on Netflix.
Okay.
It's a life, man. That is...
Give me the...
Just a rundown. So I'm not exactly sure where it is down south in America, the southern states. I think it's Mississippi, and it is like these early farmers right after Second World War, and you have a white family who's moving out to a farm that they just purchased. You have a black family who's living out there, and they kind of they work the farmland, and they have this dream of owning their own land because just of in the time period. I'm not sure when. Anyway, at this point in time, they dream of farming their own farm, right?
Okay. So are they slaves or are they working for somebody
No,
else?
this is a post Second World War, so there's
Okay.
no more slavery, but it's just like I don't know. There is still a very, certainly in the American South, there is still this very racist ideology in that space.
Yeah.
And one of the best, it's a wonderful story element is between the so two people come back from fighting in the Second World War.
Mm-hmm.
And one of them is white and one of them is black. And one of the things that happened is when you're fighting alongside someone in the Second World War, and you're killing the Germans or the Italians or whoever you were fighting, you're on the same team.
Yeah.
And then all of a sudden it's very strange, particularly for this black guy who comes back to the Deep South. And now all of a sudden he has to, use the back entrance of the store. Yeah. And he's like, I served my country to fight for your freedom, you white racist bastard.
Yeah.
And now you all you're saying to me is walk out the back door because I'm not good enough to walk out the front
door. His
door.
buddy in the war.
Not buddies.
Oh, they weren't buddies.
They weren't buddies, but when they came back, so you have but they become friends when they come back because both of them have shared experiences. Like the one guy, there's a bang, he died in the middle of the street, he dies on the ground, and the black guy comes up to him and is like, "Don't worry, it'll pass," and they become really good friends. And then there is it is about racism in the Deep South.
Kind of like, I don't want to get into talking about other movies. It's probably a bad idea, but it really sounds like Remember the Titans. You know that football movie with the with the black and the white boys in the first integrated school or whatever.
Yeah.
And here they are. They hate each other, and then they go to war with each other, sort of like, or they become, teammates.
Yeah.
And then they really become best friends. But then all the people that are in the school still, don't like each other and blah blah blah. And there's all kinds of. Anyways, yeah. Wow. Okay. Cool. I'm gonna check that out.
It is.
It's awesome.
It's a tense. It's very well done. It's an excellent movie. Very intense.
Okay. Best director.
Shape of Water, without a doubt.
Yeah, I'm gonna also say same. Is that okay?
Yeah.
Shape of Water was awesome, but the others are Jordan Peele for Get Out, Greta Gerwig for Lady Bird. Now I'm gonna say that Lady Bird at the Golden Globes won Best Comedy. I think.
Yeah.
They don't have a best comedy in.
It's a long haul for a comedy to win. I'm not saying it.
And so is that why it's got its own category at the Golden Globes now?
Yeah, maybe. I don't know.
All I know, Oscars don't have a best comedy.
Yeah, all I know is that for a comedy to win the Oscars is unusual, I think. Now, correct me if I'm wrong.
I hope that's going to be a trivia question.
Yeah.
Greta Gerwig, I said. Christopher Nolan for Dunkirk, which I did love. I probably got to watch it again. And Paul Thomas Anderson for Phantom Thread, which I have not seen. But I would really like to because I love Daniel Day-Lewis.
Do you know what? I used to love Daniel Day-Lewis too, and then I watched an interview of his, and he just spoke so slowly that I wanted to put him at 1.5 speed. It's like,
drove you bananas.
Come on.
Okay. Okay, we got. All right, here we go. Best actor.
Best actor.
Daniel Day-Lewis for Phantom Thread.
And they might give it to him because he's going to retire after this.
Timothy Chalamet for Call Me By Your Name. Daniel Kaluuya. Sorry. I like that guy. For Get Out. Daniela Washington for Roman J. Israel Esquire.
Oh, the Get Out guy. What an actor.
Yeah. He's not going to win, though, over Daniel Day-Lewis, but he's awesome. Now, is he the same guy that plays Charlie in The West Wing? I think so, right?
No, I don't think so.
I got to look it up. I got it quickly.
When would it? After this.
Okay. No, because it will help me with my decision. Daniel Day-Lewis for Phantom Thread. Timothy Chalamet for Call Me By Your Name. Daniel Kaluuya for Get Out. Denzel Washington for Roman J. Israel Esquire. Which is not a movie on my radar. But I have seen the trailer. And Gary Oldman for Darkest Hour.
Oh, the Churchill biopic. Did you know that he got nicotine poisoning from smoking over 400 cigars in that film?
No. He did. Gary Oldman did.
Yeah, that's one of our facts that's coming out in the Instagram trivia verse.
Oh my gosh.
Yeah, man. So we're doing on our Instagram. Just incidentally, we like to do trivia and we like to do film facts and we like to do history of film and that kind of thing. It's kind of our educational space, I would say.
Yeah.
That's what Instagram is. And this month, we are putting out every 2 days. We put out a new fact, and this month is all about Oscar movies, and next month as well.
March or February?
February will be all Oscar facts, and March will also be all Oscar facts.
Now, when you do that, should I also post the Oscar facts?
I mean, it's
on Twitter, and
it's your call, but it's timely, it's relevant right now, right? So
what we usually do, I'm not saying that people should be on Instagram because he runs the Instagram and I run the Twitter. So obviously, I would prefer that you're on the Twitter, following along. But we do these facts, and they usually go to Instagram first. We go to Twitter the month behind, and we go to Facebook the month behind. So everything kind of runs in.
So we're not posting the same thing
every time to every single person's thing. And we kind of recycle content a little bit. I don't know if it's the right decision or not, but that's what we do. But when we got to December, we all became the same. Every Facebook and Twitter and Instagram for all of our Christmas posts kind of became the same. And every now and again, we do the same thing. So back to Best Actor.
I'm going to go with Call Me By Your Name, Timothy.
You are, eh?
Yeah.
Now, Gary Oldman won the Golden Globe.
Okay. Jeez. I mean, I haven't seen it.
I'm going to say Gary Oldman.
Okay, you're going to say Gary?
Yeah.
I have not seen Timothy and Call Me By Your Name. Yeah. I also have not seen Churchill.
I haven't either.
And the only one of those that I've seen is Get Out.
Yeah.
I love that actor. I saw him in a Black Mirror as well. He's just phenomenal. What's his name?
Daniel Kaluuya.
He's great.
We should get him in something.
He's an amazing actor.
Yeah, The Crying.
So did you know about the fact?
No.
Oh, it's another fact. So he had to do that. He had to do that scene.
Yeah.
5 times, and every single time, at the same time in the scene, one tear dropped out of his eye.
And that was all him? Come on. Right?
Talk about a talent, eh?
If you guys haven't seen Get Out, it's not going to be for everybody, but it is great.
It's a really great film. That's worth a watch for sure.
Okay, Best Actress. You ready?
Okay.
Sally Hawkins, Shape of Water. Meryl Streep for The Post. Frances McDormand for The Three Billboards. And by the way, I'm just going to say right now that she's going to win.
Damn it, that's what I was going to pick, man.
You should pick Margot Robbie for I, Tonya. And Saoirse Ronan for Lady Bird.
I was going to pick Three Billboards.
She was amazing.
What is...
Frances McDormand.
Frances. I'm picking it, sorry, man.
Yeah, it's okay.
Okay, that's it.
No, Best Picture.
Oh, Best Pick. Shape of Water.
Shape of Water, Darkest Hour, Dunkirk, Phantom Thread, Three Billboards, Get Out, The Post, Call Me By Your Name, and Lady Bird. That's the biggies for this year. I'm also going to go with Shape of Water. Yeah. What a movie. Well deserved. Let's talk about one more thing before we get into trivia.
Okay.
So I don't know where we're going to post our picks, but we will post them somewhere so that, and we'll do some live tweeting on. Although the night of the Oscars we're going to be shooting, so maybe we'll still watch the Oscars. I don't know. Maybe we'll be tired because we're going to be shooting the next day too. Maybe we won't be watching the Oscars. I don't know. But anyways, we'll certainly pay attention to who wins.
We will be watching the Oscars.
What is the difference, in your opinion, between the Golden Globes and the Oscars?
Golden Globes includes television.
Okay, so that's it.
That's it in my opinion.
But when they do best dramatic picture, like they're not choosing TV.
No, so it's TV and film.
TV and film.
Whereas the Oscars are only film.
And then there's some that are only TV.
Yes.
Okay. Emmys.
Emmys. Yeah.
Okay.
So that's what I think, and I do know that a lot of people talk about how the Golden Globes can act as a precursor for the Oscars. Like the people who win the Golden Globe are like hot favorites for the Oscars because the Oscars are also about popularity. So, as I understand it, people that have films in the Oscars the people who you're trying to persuade to vote for your movie, they may fall in love with your movie, but then what happens is that was 3 months before the Oscars. They were like, I love The Shape of Water. And what happens is then they see another movie, and when they see that movie, they love that movie, and it's amazing. And what you need to do is you need to
Amp them up again.
Amp them up and remind them why they loved your movie so much. So you need.
That's what the Golden Globes is for.
Well, it helps because it's it's part of the thing. Is like, oh, they won the Golden Globes as well.
Yeah.
So that's part of the promotions of the Oscars, because it's not just like, you don't just like. I think it's actually a much more complicated process than people think.
All right, here we go. I'm gonna write down the trivia answers.
Okay.
No, give me another card. Do you have a card somewhere? Something to write on?
Where's my book?
Oh, right here.
Yeah, just right in there.
Here we go.
Okay, here we go.
It's trivia time.
Oscar trivia time.
Son of a pitch. Speaking of I love the Cineplex Flashback Film Fest. It's one of my favorite things they do every year. So it's a week in February where Cineplex puts on old movies and you go see them on the big screen.
Very cool.
So this year I took Connor to see Dune. I love Dune.
I just read the book about it a year and a half ago.
Dune is rough. You haven't seen the movie?
No.
Oh man. Okay. You should
terrible?
watch it.
Terrible?
It's a David Lynch.
Oh, that's right.
And it is something to behold. Wow. I'm just gonna say now. And then we went to see Terminator 2. So we went to see that. Terminator 2 is amazing, James Cameron. But the like that, oh my god, when it plays in the big on the big screen,
reminds you. Yeah, doing something amazing with the soundtrack. All right, here we go. For which these are multiple choice.
Okay.
So play along if you're following along. Play along. For which comedy did Tom Hanks receive his first Oscar nomination? A League of Their Own, Sleepless in Seattle, Splash, or Big?
Big.
Well, I was going to say Big too.
All right. Next.
Which Oscar host said Jack Palance just bungee jumped off the Hollywood sign?
Billy Crystal. Oh, are you going to read that?
Steve Martin, Billy Crystal, Ellen DeGeneres, Chris Rock. All of these stars won an acting Oscar in 2017.
Wait.
Oh, that's the next question. Sorry. So Steve Martin, Billy Crystal, Ellen DeGeneres, or Chris Rock. I'm going to go with A, Steve Martin, because I like his white hair. Did you go with Billy Crystal?
Yeah,
B?
Billy Crystal.
Okay, 3. All of these stars won an acting Oscar in 2017 except... So Emma Stone, Ryan Gosling, Viola Davis, Mahershala Ali. Mahershala probably is how you said Ali.
Okay.
So everyone won an Oscar except for
Ryan Gosling.
Ryan Gosling. Damn it!
So I was the first to say it there, and I was the first to say it there.
I also don't think Ryan Gosling has an Oscar.
Yeah.
But I will say that I am a little surprised that Emma Stone has one.
Not this guy.
No. I think she's amazing.
She is amazing.
She's absolutely incredible. She's amazing. For which movie did Morgan Freeman receive his first Oscar nomination? Shawshank Redemption, Driving Miss Daisy, $1 Million Baby, Street Smart. Now,
you would think it would be Driving Miss Daisy, right?
Well, I think it's a classic, and that came before.
I don't know Street Smart, but I'm gonna say Driving Miss Daisy. Although I don't even know if he got an Oscar nod for that, but that's what I'm gonna say.
I'm gonna say Shawshank, although he probably won the Oscar for that. But I just got to say something different to you because you just say it first.
Yep.
Sigourney
I mean, you're the one that's reading them. You could probably make up your mind before I get a chance to speak.
The answer is D. Sigourney Weaver got an Oscar nomination in 1989 for Gorillas in the Mist. Oh, that's the movie you acted in. And what other film? A, Working Girl. B, Ghostbusters. C, The Ice Storm. D, The Year of Living Dangerously. Working Girl.
Whew, man. You're a working girl?
Yeah.
I mean, I love the idea that Sigourney Weaver would have gotten an Oscar for Ghostbusters. That would be amazing. But I will say D. I don't even know the year of the whatever. No idea.
Costume designer Lizzie Gardner made headlines at the 67th Academy Awards with a dress made of what? Blue Post-it notes, American Express cards, Nestle Crunch wrappers, Starbucks coffee lids.
I think she was the Amex girl. Woman.
I'm going to go with Starbucks coffee. No, 67. Okay, Starbucks coffee lids D, yeah.
Okay.
What is the only
How many of these questions are there?
We're going to do 10.
Okay.
How does that sound?
Yep, sounds good.
What is the only film based on a TV series to get the Best Picture nomination? The Untouchables, Star Trek, The Muppet Movie, The Fugitive.
The Fugitive.
It's the only film based on a TV series. The Fugitive was a book, wasn't it?
It was.
And then it was a TV series?
I don't know. I'm just assuming they're not trying to trick us.
I'm going to go Star Trek B.
Okay. You think a Star Trek movie was nominated for an Oscar?
Oh, for Best Picture? No, cancel that.
Oh,
Untouchables.
I almost had him.
For Best... No,
it's Untouchables,
Star
right?
Trek.
You're going to say Untouchables?
I'm just thinking, yeah, Untouchables.
Yeah. Good movie also.
Which film beat out The Wizard of Oz for Best Picture in 1939? I know the answer.
Okay. Let me choose first then.
Mr. Smith Goes to Washington.
Yep.
Gone with the Wind. Stagecoach. Wuthering Heights.
I'll say Gone with the Wind.
Fuck you, man. Yes, it is. Okay, number 9. How long did the award ceremony last at the first Academy Awards banquet in 1929? Oh, the answer is in this video. And the video shows an error, so we're gonna have to skip that one.
Okay, darn. What's the answer? Is it 5 hours?
Let's just pick a number.
Okay, I'm gonna. Well, do you know the answer?
No.
Oh, I'm gonna say 5 hours.
5 hours?
Yeah.
Okay, I'm gonna say. Nah, there would have been like 10 categories. It was like 35 minutes.
35 minutes. Okay.
Under an hour. Okay, 10. Which Oscar-winning director once purchased Rosebud, the sled from Citizen Kane? Martin Scorsese, Steven Spielberg, Clint Eastwood, Warren Beatty.
That seems like a Warren Beatty move to me.
I think it smacks of nostalgia.
Yeah.
And I think Steven Spielberg's that kind of nostalgic dude.
Okay.
Okay. So
you said Spielberg. All right, here we go.
Okay, for A.
Yeah.
The answer is...
Big.
Big.
Is that the answer?
Yep. For which comedy did Tom Hanks receive his first Oscar nomination? The answer is Big.
All right.
Number 2 is Billy Stupid Crystal. Which Oscar host said Jack Palance has just bungee jumped off the Hollywood sign? Number 3, all of these stars won an acting Oscar in 2017 except, and the answer is Ryan Gosling.
I knew you had an Oscar, Emma Stone.
For which movie did Morgan Freeman receive his first Oscar nomination? Oh, sorry. And the answer is D, Street Smart.
Yeah, I've never heard of that one.
No, I don't know it either.
Damn it.
Okay.
I actually have never seen Driving Miss Daisy either.
Neither have I.
Yeah.
Sigourney Weaver got an Oscar nomination in 1989 for Gorillas in the Mist and which other film?
Ghostbusters. Come on.
A Working Girl.
Yeah, good for you.
Alright. Costume designer Lizzie Gardner made headlines in the 67th Academy Awards with a dress made of American Express cards.
That's cool. I have seen that picture.
What is the only film based on a TV series to get a Best Picture nomination? The fucking Fugitive. Did you know that?
No, I didn't, but I did just... I mean, it couldn't have been... It could have been The Untouchables, but I just watched The Fugitive, and I want to learn the little monologue that Tommy Lee Jones does when he's like... Do you know the one I'm talking about?
Which one?
The one at the kind of the beginning where he's like, "Our fugitive has been on the road for 60 minutes at average foot speed of 4. I want you to look through every whorehouse, doghouse, hen house in the Yeah, I love that. It is my favorite.
It's amazing.
I love that
film,
movie.
Which film beat out The Wizard of Oz for Best Picture 1939? Yeah, that's a perfect movie.
Yeah.
Gone with the Wind. How long did the Oscar ceremony last take in 1929? You said 5 hours.
You said 35 minutes?
It's 15 minutes.
No way. That is cool.
I'm going to take
Best picture is this one.
Yeah, I'm going to take that.
Yeah, you should take it.
As an under an hour.
That's fine.
And I need it badly. Which Oscar-winning director purchased Rosebud, the sled from Citizen
Hold
Kane?
on.
Oh, is it actually close?
It's 6-5.
I feel like you smashed
6-5.
me. Steven Spielberg.
6-6.
Okay, let's go. We'll do the next one. Tiebreaker. In 1951, who made her only appearance at the Academy Awards ceremony? Betty Davis, Judy Garland, Vivian Leigh, or Marilyn Monroe? I mean, I don't know anyone except Marilyn Monroe, so I think
Judy Garland. I'll go Judy Garland.
You're gonna go Judy. I'm gonna go Marilyn.
Judy Garland was Dorothy from The Wizard of Oz.
D. The answer is Marilyn Monroe.
Come on.
For some like it hot.
Nice. Adrian is the wiener.
I can't believe I won. I thought you crushed me. Every time you seem to get every answer right.
I didn't.
All right, moving on.
Okay, so we're about to wrap up the show.
Amazing.
But and we are under time. We're doing really well here.
That's amazing.
We're professionals. We might have a couple minutes left.
Awesome.
So what I wanted to throw out there was, for some reason the other day I happened upon one of my favorite YouTube songs again.
Yeah.
And I just thought it'd be funny to talk about, because everybody's got some of their favorite goofy songs or things that you became famous on the internet.
Mm-hmm.
My kids watch YouTube nonstop. YouTube is the...
More than TV.
Oh, my kids watch YouTube way more than TV.
Yeah.
And I know a lot of adults that are doing the same thing.
Yeah.
Because they fall in love with channels and they're just watching all kinds of... And they're flipping around through content.
Yeah.
They always have YouTube playing. Anyways, let's just wrap up the show with... give me one of your favorite...
Okay, so what you wanted was a piece of music that I discovered on YouTube.
Yes.
Now, I will also preface this by saying that these days, when your buddies call you over to the computer to play a song for you, they'll just type it into YouTube because everything lives on YouTube.
Yes.
But I will say that the song that came to mind when you said that was Gautier, somebody that I used to know.
Okay.
I saw that music video and I was like, this is amazing.
That's awesome. I went a different road. Where I went in my mind was songs that you would never hear on the radio.
Yeah.
That you only saw on YouTube as the YouTube video. And that went viral. And it became so famous that then they started playing it on the radio. Yeah. As messed up as that is. So the four, I had four just as, thoughts. But the first one was, do you remember CeeLo Green's Fuck You music video? I loved that song. And then it became so famous, he changed it to Forget You and put it on the radio.
Yeah.
But everybody I know that has that song still on their phone, they still have the original Fuck You version. Exactly right. I had...
great song.
I did have Gangnam Style.
Yeah, so I'll also say that because I was in South Korea, just when Gangnam Style was coming up, and when it was blowing up all around the world, and it was a YouTube sensation
first.
And I actually think that Gautier was also.
Was it?
Before I heard it on the radio, I found it on YouTube.
Yeah. Okay, here's my others. Turn Down for What? Have you seen that music video? Do you know the song?
Is it like a rap song?
Yeah, kind of.
Turn down for what?
Yeah.
Something like that?
That's it. Have you seen the music video?
No.
Okay. You have to watch that music video.
Cool.
Then there's one that I love, and it's by a band called No More Kings. and it's called Sweep the Leg. And they made an awesome short film with the old characters, or the old people from the Karate Kid movie. So like the Karate Kid kids grew up and they're losers living in like a trailer, and they continue to watch the Karate Kid on like a loop, and like the guy from like Cobra Kai, he's sitting on the couch and he's got his hair, and all his buddies are still sitting around and they're doing the lines from the movie. They're like, "Put him in a body bag, Johnny. Yeah." And his girlfriend's like, "Oh my God, you're watching Karate Kid again?" And the one guy's like, "You're going to let her talk to us like that, Johnny?" She's like, "His name's not Johnny." Anyway, so they get into the song.
So funny.
The song is called Sweep the Leg, and it is so funny, so great. But
That's
I found it on YouTube, and I love the song. And then my last one is, I did write it down. Oh, what does the fox say? You hate that song?
No, I don't know it.
You don't know What Does the Fox Say?
Maybe.
Okay.
Sing it.
No, I can't sing it. But here's what's gonna happen. I am gonna put all the YouTube videos on our webpage, so you guys can check them out and have a lot of fun with them. But
I want to watch that one you mentioned with the Karate Kid guys.
We're gonna put them on in a minute. If you're watching this show on Facebook, on Twitter, respond to us if you made it this far, and let us know some of your favorite YouTube songs. Because I mean, I wanna watch them and fall in love with more music. But really, I love it when somebody creates a music video that is so crazy and so awesome, and then you end up falling in love with the song because you think the music video is so great. And anyways, that's awesome. It for me.
So listen, guys, if you don't mind, you can always share this podcast. You can share it on Facebook or Twitter. Just get it out there if you find anything valuable, and also if you can leave us a review in iTunes.
Oh yeah.
Or anywhere.
We have a review in iTunes.
One?
We need more.
One whole review? That is amazing. Please do more if you have the time and inclination, because it just really helps us out. It makes us look amazing. Makes us look like we're doing something.
Go hunt us down on iTunes, First Frames First, and click the stars. Type the thing in.
You can do 1 to 5.
You have to open the app. You have to open the iTunes app. You can't just do it right on the website. You have to search for us in the podcast section. It's hard.
Stupid.
It's difficult.
Yeah.
But take a minute. If you made it all the way to here,
hard. It's not difficult.
Here's the thing. If you made it all the way, how are we doing? 59 minutes. I mean, we did start early. We're going to be at about an hour and 3 minutes. But if you made it all the way to here, go into iTunes and give us a rating, because obviously you love listening to the show. You're enjoying it. So come on, help us out.
Thanks very much, guys, and chat to you again very soon.
Man, the next show is going to be awesome. We're going to be like out of money. We're going to be like, our film is a failure.
Yes.
That's not true. It's going
to be exactly how we're going to
We're going to have a good time.
That is exactly how I feel right now.
We should podcast with our actors during
everyone
the week.
Thing?
Yeah,
we
something.
should.
We'll do something.
Will.
That's probably what you'll see next. All right, guys, have a good one. Dream big.
Work hard.
Bye.
Thanks for watching.
First Frames First.
Yes, First Frames First. Thank you, Jason.
Welcome.
If you enjoyed, head over to our website, www.thefableforest.com. Check out our films and sign up for our newsletter, where we will send you exclusive content.
Hit us up on our socials, Facebook, Twitter, Instagram, always at The Fable Forest. And share our show with your friends. It'll really help us out a lot.
Dream big.
Work hard.